Hey, it's me again, here in my garage. That's what Tai Lopez sounds like. So I really want to do these videos and shit, but I'm running out of shit to do. I don't know what to record. I got this camera, it's like fucking $500 and shit, and I'm not using it, so I want to make videos and stuff. But I don't know what to make videos about. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a YouTuber. But it's getting harder and harder. Let's see, maybe I could tell you guys a story. Story time. So let's see. What's an interesting story I could tell you? A story about the time I fell off my bike. It's a story I know too well. Me and my buddy Don, we used to ride bikes back in 2012 or 2011, somewhere around there. We used to go biking everywhere. Probably 2009, actually. I'm not really sure, but we were young, in high school, and we would ride our bikes, you know, everywhere. That was our transportation. So, anyways, I would let him borrow. I had two bikes, so I let him borrow one. And we would just go everywhere. We'd ride around all of our town and shit like that. We used to go out to SF, take the bikes out there, just ride around, do Tumblr shit. And then one day we were just riding around, and one of the bikes that I had, the seat was a little loose on it. Everything was fine on the bike, and the handlebars were a little loose. I think it's because we had just painted the bike. Actually, I think they're outside. Let me see if I can see them. That's them right there. Still, well, you can't see it, but no. So back to the story. We're basically, he's like, I don't want to use that bike because it's a little sketchy. He already fell off a lot of times, but it wasn't bad. He'd kind of tip over and fall, scrape his knee, shit like that. It was not bad. I was like, that's cool. I have more experience. Sure, I'll take the fucked up bike. I could just, adjust as I ride. So we're riding up this big ass hill. We're having a good time, whatever. On the way down, though, I'm usually, I do the no hands kind of. When you're going down a hill, you're going pretty fast. Your bike gets stabilized and it's not wobbly, so you can just let go of the handlebars and just kind of cruise down. So I'm doing that, right? Cruising down. He's behind me. Everything's all good. The hair's the wind's blowing in my hair and shit. I'm having a great time. And then that's when it happened. I hit like a little bump in the road, and my seat, since it was loose, it kind of like went backwards a little bit. Like it kind of, my weight pushed, when I hit the bump, my weight went to the back of the bike. And then the handlebars were a little loose too, so they moved back too. And then I let go. I don't remember if I was, I don't remember it that well, but I think I was riding with my hands off. And then, then I hit the bump and the seat went back. And, I was basically free fucking falling backwards. The last thing I remember, the bike, how did it work? Because I went flying. I ended up flying. Oh yeah, the bike kind of like went off to the side and then hit the curb or something. And then I fell off. I hit the ground and then I tumbled, but like kind of tumbled, like because we're going downhill. Like I hit the ground pretty hard and I bounced. I landed on my arm. I still have those scars a little bit. And then I bounced and I did a few flips, and the whole time I was aware that I was falling. I was just like flying, like, God damn it, really? Why is this happening? And I had time to think about that. I was like so upset that I was falling. I couldn't do anything because I was just waiting for impact. When you're in the air, it must have happened like in like probably like 8 seconds, but you have time to think about shit when you're in the air flying to your death. And then So I was flying and I was like, God damn it, I can't believe I'm really falling right now. So as I'm flying through the air thinking about life, I'm waiting for the impact. I'm thinking of how that happened, and I figured out it was a seat, whatever. So finally I hit the ground, you know, and then I hit my face, and I scraped the ground, you know. It fucked up my face, and then I roll around for a little bit more. This was like near a freeway entrance, so there's cars and shit. Luckily I was on the edge, so nothing happened. So after all said and done, I kind of wake up from like a darkness, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm fine, right? I'm touching myself, making sure I have all my limbs. And then I look to the ground and I see just blood everywhere on the ground, like a puddle of blood. And then I look at my hand and I touch my face and it feels cold, like someone just splashed a bunch of water on me. And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck happened? And I see a bunch of blood on my hand. And so I'm just like there trying to, you know, recuperate from this fucking fall that just happened. Next thing you know, my friend pulls up on his bike. He's like, dude, you alright? And I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm fine, whatever. It was just a fall. It was a small fall. It's cool. But my adrenaline was probably pumping, you know, so it was cool. You know, I was in survival mode. So I get back on the bike and fucking wheels all crooked and shit. And he's like, you sure you're good to go? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So we start riding down. Well, actually, I see a guy jogging. And I look to him for help, right? I'm like, hopefully this guy will help me. Hopefully this guy will be like, you good, bro? You need help? I'm fucking bleeding and shit. And he's just jogging by. He looks at me. He looks at me on the ground. And then just keeps jogging. Mind his own business. And I was like pretty upset about that. But I was like, fuck it. And then we get on the bikes and we start heading back down the hill. Kind of slower now. And I have both hands on the fucking, what do you call it? The handlebars. So we get down to the bottom and then I start feeling a little bit like, you know, a little dizzy and shit. So I'm telling him like let's just chill here for a second, on the edge right here on the light, you know, we'll just chill here. And people are looking at me and shit 'cause I have blood all over my face and my shirt and shit. And I'm like, let's just chill here for a sec. And I lay there for a bit and then I start passing out. I start going in and out of consciousness. And then my friend's like, fuck, you know, he's like, oh, this guy's gonna fucking die on me or some shit. So I don't remember how it happened, but I call my mom, and then I tell her that where we're at, and then she pulls up in the, what was it, a van or I don't remember, car. I think it was a car. No, it was, yeah, she pulls up in the car, and then she puts me in the car, and then she tells my friends like, okay, I'll just take his bike and my bike together. I'll just ride, because we were pretty close to the house. So he takes my bike and his bike together, and he rides to my house, and my mom picks me up and drives me home. And then she's all freaking out and shit. She thinks I'm gonna die because I look fucked up, right? I had a picture, I don't have it anymore. I'll look for it. And then, so my arm's all fucked up. I can't move it. So like she drops me off here. Still going in and out of consciousness. You know, I'm falling asleep, waking up. They get alcohol and like they rub it under my nose to try to wake me up. I don't think that actually wakes up. Oh man, that was intense. It was a bad time. Anyways, I ended up getting a scar right here on my face and, you know, on my arm. You can see it right here. Let's see. Can you see that scar right there? On my arm. On my knees. I got fucked up on my back. It was pretty bad. But I didn't want to go to the doctor, so I was just chilling at home for a few days. Got scabbed up. I took a shower. You know how painful it was to take a shower like that? It was pretty painful. And then, but after all that happened, I started getting scabs everywhere, and I looked pretty stupid. But you know, it was a pretty bad experience. So I just I'm glad I recuperated from that. And yeah. If you ever fell off a bike or you had some sort of accident, that was probably the worst accident I ever had. I never had another accident, but I came close to another accident on my motorcycle, and that was scarier because I was going faster, but that's another story for another time. Yeah, I just wanted to share that story with you guys, let you guys know riding bikes is dangerous. So make sure you wear a helmet. I was wearing a helmet. I possibly could have got a concussion. I don't know. Probably killed some brain cells that day. So if you're riding a bike, make sure you wear your helmet. And make sure you don't ride alone, because if I was by myself and that shit would have happened, that guy just ran right past me, I probably would have passed out on the side right there. Nobody would even care. So make sure you have a buddy, and have a good day.